Welcome to Kaks Bar and Podcast, Canada's first podcast bar. What that means is you can come here for food, you can come here for drinks, you can also come here and record a podcast. Come on down, we're located in downtown Calgary, Alberta in the Beltline area. See you soon. And we're rolling part 2 with Daniella Joy. Last time we were talking about Daniella's weight loss journey, and it was a really good podcast. I really enjoyed talking to you about that. It's on YouTube again. Definitely check it out. This part 2. This is actually what I really wanted to dive into with her last time, and then we kind of ran out of time. But the actual fitness here, let's get into it. When you were first starting to lose the weight, like what kind of exercises were you doing?
So in the beginning, I was just doing walking. I was walking like 3 times a day.
Yeah.
Then I increased that to running, not 3 times a day, 3 times a week. And I increased that to running. And then what really got me going, I went to the gym. I didn't like it. I was uncomfortable. This is when I'm like really morbidly obese. I'm big.
Yeah.
So after I was at the gym, didn't like it. So I started doing Beachbody workouts. Do you know Beachbody, the home workout? So Beachbody, it's now called Body. It's like a home workout program. And basically they do like plyometric style workouts. It's more like kind of like functional training a bit. So you're doing like lunge jumps, squats, and this is all from home. They're home workouts. Shawn Insanity. You know Insanity?
Yeah, I heard Insanity.
So it's like that's what Beachbody is. So you're doing hardcore body weight workouts, which I think is so great for anyone who is like, trying to get into fitness and who's obese and trying to build that strength. It was so good. So I did that for a number of years. And I just started doing like YouTube workouts from home, strength training, push-ups, clap push-ups, like, double unders with the jump rope, just stuff like that. And then as time transformed and I got lighter and I got more comfortable, I started going to the gym. So I can tell you what I'm doing right now.
Oh, sorry. Before you do that, this was a few years you did the Beachbody workout at home?
Yes.
How many days a week?
5 to 6.
5, 6. How long were each of them?
An hour. But they were intense. It's high intensity interval training.
Like, you basically don't have breaks, right? Between the set? Like, you're basically going for a straight hour kind of, right?
Short breaks, very short breaks, like about 30 seconds to a minute.
Okay.
It's tough. It will condition you. But I love that style of working out. I loved it. And I did the hard programs as well, because they were more like easy programs. But I did the hard stuff, like Amala Caesar's 4 weeks of the work, 6 weeks of the prep, all that stuff. Good.
Can you go into it more? Like, so what is one of the workouts again? Like when you say, like you listed all these exercises, but like I'm super curious about the actual specifics of the routine. Is it like 3 sets of 20 clap push-ups, then you jump up and then do burpees, or
it's circuit training.
Yeah.
So you would do a circuit. So the circuit would have like 4 like exercises, and you do them back to back with about like 30 seconds rest in between, like quick. So it would be like, so Amala Caesar, the trainer that I liked, he trained NBA athletes.
Okay.
So it was more like strength and conditioning.
Yeah.
So you would do all sorts of kind of like movements with the dumbbells, kind of like a bit of like, what do you call those movements? Those, it's losing my head right now. I haven't done this workout in a while.
Yeah.
But it's like kind of like snatch movements, but with the dumbbell, like single hand up like that.
Oh, yeah.
You would do things like that. And then in between,
how heavy was the dumbbell?
It depends. For me, I would go like 20, 25 pounds.
Okay.
Obviously, I started off lower.
That's pretty heavy.
I started off lower. I worked my way up to that 20, 25 pounds. It is pretty heavy with one hand. And then you would do things like plank rows with a dumbbell.
Yeah.
So you're like, you're in a plank position, you're holding a dumbbell, you're pulling it up, and you're rolling it up, and then you're switching sides and you're rolling it up, and you got to do as many as you can within like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
It's a lot of like intense body weight, but conditioning type of movements.
Okay.
They're super difficult. And like, it's, a lot of push-ups.
It's all done on the spot, right?
Yeah, it's at home.
You literally just lay out like maybe like a yoga mat to absorb the sweat or something, and then it's just all stationary, but it's okay. And you do like right in front of the is it like the trainers on the TV like doing the same exercise?
Yeah. Okay. And there's a timer and everything.
Okay.
And they correct your form. I usually worked out with a mirror in front of me because you need to look at yourself.
Right.
Like I made sure there was a mirror, so I'm looking at my phone on my form, or I would use my phone as a mirror because I would record my workouts. This is all documented on my YouTube channel. You can see it all.
Okay.
Yeah. So I would do tons of those. And then the car accident happened. So I couldn't do those type of workouts. I needed a gym.
Yeah.
I needed machines. I needed cardio machines. I needed resistance machines. And then that's where the gym came in. And then I just started doing strength training exercises and stuff like that.
But at this point, the 3 years of doing the beach body workout, like that basically got you back into your baseline.
Oh, I was, and I was strong.
Okay.
Like I was strong. I would do all sorts. Like, do you know Navy SEAL burpees?
So maybe I do, but go on.
So it's a burpee. You jump down and you do like 3 push-ups. It depends how many, and you do a push-up in between.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like it's like military style workouts.
Yeah.
You can call it like that, but I love that stuff, and I'm slowly getting back to it. You have to be strong to do this stuff.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, no, like a lot of respect. How fast did the weight start to come off? Was it like immediate, or because you said you first started walking, so I'm assuming that kind of already got things slightly activated again. Then you jumped into the beach body. Like, what did you? Was it very quick results, or was it still slowly, gradually?
It got quicker with the more movement. It got quicker with the beach body, but I'm telling you, weight loss is more nutrition than anything. I was doing keto during this time, but yes, the movement helped a lot. But no, it was shredding me down. And not only that, because you know how some people, they lose weight with cardio, and they just lose weight with cardio. There's no muscle. When I lost my weight, I had a lot of muscle.
Right.
I made sure on my weight loss journey, I'm one of the rare few. It may have made it harder for me, but I don't care. I lost weight with building muscle at the same time. I made sure of that. 100%. Because I want, and you can see it now, like when I go to the gym and you see my legs, and I'm muscular, not because it's natural, but because I was doing it ever since I was 282 pounds.
Right.
So I think it's so important, but there's a balance between weight loss and building muscle. You gotta know. And I think those beach body workouts were like a good balance between that. But now that I'm becoming a personal trainer, I probably could implement a program that can help people do that, balance the weight loss, like the cardio with the fat loss, and then building the muscle as well.
All right. Yeah. Okay, go on. Yeah. So 3 years of primarily beach body program,
home workouts,
then home workouts, then the car accident happened. Then you had to switch to gym.
Yeah.
Or did you switch to gym in the?
No, car accident.
Okay.
And I had to switch to the gym. Not unfortunately, because I like working out from home, but the gym's got so much. My goal is to own a gym and have my own gym one day.
Yeah.
But no, the gym. So I started just going from scratch, strength training.
Is it because you couldn't do the beach body program anymore, just because your body was a bit injured, so that's why you had to go to the gym?
It's too much on your joints.
Okay.
It's too much on your joints. I had a shoulder injury, I had a knee injury, and a hip injury. I couldn't do push-ups for a long time. I can do them now.
Shit.
And I'm slowly getting back to my clap push-ups and my because I'm a high intensity girl. I would do those hour workouts, and then I would be on the tools because I used to be a plumber. I would work all day, walk my dog for an hour in the morning, and then in the evening I'm high energy. That's who I am. So when I got my fitness taken away from me, I was really depressed. I need that. I need that, and it's slowly coming back. So at the gym, it was more rehab purposes, trying to just build strength in my quads, build strength in my back, build strength in my core. It was cardio for the weight loss. I was trying to do that. I'm going on the bike. But now I'm slowly implementing myself into bodybuilder style workouts. I want to build muscle and I want to compete. So that's my goal. However, I want to couple that with, because I get one hit workout a week. That's where I get my old plyo type workouts. And my trainer right now, my PT I'm working with, she used to do CrossFit. So she's got me I work out at Good Life. So she's got me in the regiment room. So I'm doing circuit training and stuff. It's pretty dope. Like I was doing these like skiers, and then have you ever seen that machine?
Yeah.
I've used it for the first time. So I was doing skiers, then I was jumping and doing like burpees, and then I was doing some like lunges, and then I was doing the assault bike, that kind of style training. I live off that training. Yeah. So I do that like once a week, because that's not, conducive of bodybuilding style training. Yeah. But
that sounds like MMA, like conditioning workouts. That's because it's full body, using it in a variety of ways, having resistance, not having resistance, which would like simulate an MMA fight. Because sometimes you're not grappling against a cage. Sometimes you're from a distance, and sometimes you're throwing a barrage of punches, and sometimes you're on your back and you need to push the guy off or whatever. But anyway, but carry on. Like I love talking about this stuff.
No, that's the type of training I'm into. I love it. But no, so right now I'm just focusing on building, like correcting my muscle imbalances. Because when you have an injury, like with my knee injury, what happens is my quad kind of atrophied, you called it. It kind of wasted away on this side. So I'm trying to get it back.
Just on the top of the knee?
Or just the quad in general.
Yeah.
It just atrophied.
What would the upper quad like?
Not so much upper, but just down here, like the VMO.
Yeah.
The vastus medialis. Yeah. And then like the outer quad here, it just atrophied on me. You can tell it's starting to get better right now.
Only on the left leg it atrophied, or okay, yeah, for sure that would cause an imbalance.
The injury. So I'm just building that strength right now. So what am I doing? A lot of unilateral work. Like, oh my god, my trainers got me doing some crazy stuff. I'm literally screaming at the gym. So it's like I don't know what to call them, but they're like single leg elevated squats.
Single leg elevated squats. Single leg.
So I'm on a platform.
You step into the platform.
Yeah, but my foot is going down, so I'm going down doing that. And then there's this, I don't know the name of it, but there's this other kind of single leg squat where I'm coming down with one leg and I'm using my back leg to guide me. So I'm going down slowly. And then once I hit the bottom, I hold. And then I go up only with the leg that's in front, and I'm not using the back leg.
The back leg, does it touch the ground or no?
It does, but when I come back up, it doesn't.
Right.
So it's full body weight on that like leg, just to strengthen that core and that quad. And then I'm just doing like machine stuff right now, just focusing on building just to get that in balance. So once that's straight, then I can start hammering it with the weights. I can start hammering it with like the conditioning, and I'm also for cardio, because cardio is so important right now. For cardio, I'm running, but I'm interval training running. I have a running coach, so we're going to go into that. I've got a coach. Because of my this is YouTube. Hello. But a lot of people, it's kind of hard talking to people about this in real life because they don't understand the whole YouTube thing. But I met a lot of fitness enthusiasts. Enthusiasts. That's the word. Thank you. A lot of fitness enthusiasts on YouTube. So I connected with this gentleman from North Carolina, and he's a certified running coach. And right now he's building me. He's like, at your age and with your fitness level, he's like, we can get you doing like a 10K or even like a half marathon by September. So he's interval training me, because what people don't understand, especially if you're a runner, like strength training and the cardio, they complement each other. And he keeps telling me that the cardio with the running is going to help my weightlifting. It will, because it brings up your cardiovascular system, which it makes it more effective to produce that ATP for your body to have that energy. You know what I mean?
What's ATP again? Sorry.
Adenosine. I'm studying for my.
So
I've got adenosine triphosphate. So it's basically the unit of energy measurement that our body uses, for our muscles uses to contract.
Okay.
Yeah.
And more cardio assists on that? It
assists because the cardiovascular system is involved with producing that. So like when we first like start, like let's say if I start doing like jumping jacks right now. So we have like two systems. Like there's the anaerobic system and there's the aerobic system. The anaerobic system to produce ATP is the system that does it without oxygen. It's a system that will produce it very quickly, but it doesn't last long. So it's more like high intensity workouts, right? That's like that system. It's not inefficient, but you have to train it, because if you do it too much with, you'll get like lactic acid buildup and all of that. So you got to like train your body to like be able to get rid of that. If you're working out and you've done that for a while, you'll get through that. So then there's the aerobic system, same thing, but you get more ATP out of it because you're using oxygen, you're getting fatty acid oxidation and all of that stuff. I'm going way into the metabolism side of it. But so that's I totally lost my train of thought there.
Oh no, I love this man. Man, like I was just like,
how we got to the ATP thing.
Well, I was hold on, let's backtrack here. I mean, yeah, you were talking about like your routine. Anyway.
Running, yes.
Yeah,
so that's what I got it. So the running helps complement that.
Yeah,
it will help. So it will help increase that like anaerobic system better, like get your body used to getting rid of that lactic acid better. So that's going to help me, because that anaerobic system is very good for the weightlifting part, the high intense energy. You want to like increase that system, so the running will complement that, and the strength training will also complement the running. So yeah, that's why I'm a big fan of it. So not a lot of people are like who are into like lifting weights, they're not into cardio. Like I met a girl here at Kaks, and she was like, oh, I hate cardio. I like to do like, I'm gonna do cardio. I like to do circuit training and stuff like that. And then my PT back I used to work with, who is in LA, I worked with her online. She's the same way. She can't stand like the long distance cardio, but I'm like, I love it all. I love it all because I just love fitness. I can run, like I can run for miles. I can do it all.
You're literally like a superhero. Quite literally.
Oh, well, thank you. No, I just love it. I love it all.
Yeah. Okay. Well, right now, so right now you do once a week of the old school hit style workout. Then you have your trainer who's putting you through a circuit style. And then you have a running coach.
Yes.
And then you're also running. So
Few times a week.
Okay. Yeah. Outdoors, I take it, or is it on the treadmill?
It's on the treadmill. So this is how I started. Let me explain. So, because I could run for minutes. I could, but he's like, no, we don't want to injure you or re-injure you again. He's like, so many people do that. So he's got me doing interval training. First week, I was 2 minutes on running and then 2 minutes off for 20 minutes. Now he's got me 3 minutes on running, 1 minute off. And then next week, we're probably just going to, I don't know what he has planned for me. I got to actually connect with him pretty soon.
And this is just so that it's like not as much pressure on the joints of the knee?
This is for everybody.
Oh, okay.
It's not just for me specifically. If you want to get into running, it's better to do interval training.
Okay.
And there's a part in my personal training manual that talks about that. I'm not there yet, but it's really important to do that. Like it's you can't just jump into it.
Mm-hmm,
so
mm-hmm. I do know that. I did a 5K probably 10 years ago. No, not 5K, a half marathon.
That makes sense.
And I remember the way we trained for that was all wrong.
What did you guys do?
Well, we just went for it 5Ks. And I used to run at the what do you call it, MMP, like Talisman Center up there, like Lindsay Park. That track, I think it worked out 5Ks is like 26 laps or something like that.
20, oh shoot.
Yeah. So I remember just going for it. And obviously I just used pure like power through and then the first off time we did it was because we had a few weeks leading up to the half marathon, actually, or was it 2 months? But yeah, it was me and my buddy, and we just got a bunch of guys together. So the first time it was super hard just to complete that 26. Yeah. Then we did it again. But all we kept training was 5Ks, and then near the half marathon we did a 10. Okay, that one was super hard. I remember I didn't stop to walk ever, so that good on me. But I remember my feet, my knees, like the joints connecting the hips. I remember all that was just like hurting way too much. So which made me realize the running technique I was using maybe not have been proper for my body type. I'm not sure.
No, that was
because everyone has a different body type, right?
There is a way to run. There is proper running form, and that's what I'm knowing.
Are you supposed to take your shoes off and see how your balls or your feet are built and try to basically run on ground and kind of see how you naturally land? Is that kind of like the way? That was the way someone explained to me. Is like take off your shoes. Go try to run on not necessarily grass either. He said try to run on the sidewalk and just see how you would naturally move to avoid pain. Because if you're a heel guy with shoes on, you're not going to go heel toe with shoes off. You know what I mean? So he's like, but some people have more of a flat foot. So then they're more like their strides are more little bit of heel to toe, so. Because I was really thinking about that, and that was another weird thing. Like I grew up playing basketball and all these sports. I never thought about how I ran when I played basketball, ever. I just ran. And then all of a sudden, I noticed when I'm running a half marathon, I'm thinking about how I run. It was very weird to me because I was like, dude, I ran my whole life in basketball, these little spurts.
Yeah.
So like, so why the fuck am I not understanding how to run all of a sudden for this? But I remember for me, I found it was definitely all toe, like with the heel not really touching
No,
the ground.
you need
like,
your heel.
Yeah, that's the way I was doing it. That's the way I was doing it though.
Yeah.
But I'm also like a lighter build. Anyway, I did finish that half marathon. Kudos to me. Yeah. So that was good. That was good. But I haven't done one since. I remember, but it was fun. It was like the high you get from that running.
That's why
it's like it's a drug. You're literally high like a drug. And I remember like I felt great for the rest of the day. Like it just lingered. But what's your running technique like then?
So the way my coach is telling me to do it is that I'm basically straight, like I'm straight up with my torso. So I make sure I'm looking straight, and then I'm running as if I'm falling forward, but with my foot, and my body weight kind of catches itself. So it's like heel toe, but I'm catching myself.
So it is heel toe for you then.
Yeah, that's how I was told. He says that's how we should be running.
He thinks all body types should be running like the same.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I know with the whole foot thing, because the foot is a big thing. The foot is the reason why people injure themselves with squats, or they're not getting the proper muscle activation. It's the foot. I'm learning a lot about foot, how you plant your foot, how you distribute your weight throughout your foot. I know like you're supposed to like kind of do it in a triangle, like big toe, heel to pinky toe, or like in an X frame. You got to like distribute the weight off evenly like that. So you're making sure that you're activating the proper muscles. That's with like a lift or whatnot. But with running, it's a little bit different. But no, should be one running technique for all. What I'm thinking, there's like orthotics going on. I know like some people have issues with their feet, and that's where that you have to have like a correction. Like I was told by my one of my personal trainers that I was working with at the gym. She was saying how like if you sleep on your stomach and you're standing up straight and your feet are out like that, that's a problem. So there's
pigeon feet.
Yeah. There's a lot of things with that have to be corrected. Like I know my son, he's going to need orthotics because he's walking on his heel. So you need orthotics in your shoe to correct that. So it might be an orthotics thing, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
But the technique you're using now based on what your coach taught you feels great. Feels good, feels natural.
For me, yeah, I don't have any issues with that. No, it feels good. Just making sure I'm keeping that straight and I'm falling forward. Yeah, I feel good.
That's for a more jogging pace, right? Like what was sprinting? Is it the same idea? Because sprinting is all balls,
we haven't gotten to sprinting yet. Right now I'm trying to keep that low.
Yeah.
We're going to get to sprinting real soon. We're going to get to sprinting real soon.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so now, but ultimately the next goal is to hit into bodybuilding, right?
Yes.
Okay.
That is my goal, right? I'm already doing it.
Yeah. You look like Wonder Woman. Go visit.
My triceps are pretty, and my legs are the story here.
Go visit Daniella's page, man. Like she's a superhero being right now.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, so but bodybuilding, what approach are you gonna take to that? Like I love all this, by the way. I mean, I'm gonna. Like I do work out a lot, but I'm not gonna lie. The last 2 weeks have been a bit of a struggle, which again I know sounds like excuses. So I'm beating myself up over it, but I'm getting back in there soon here. Like, and I'm gonna do it. Like I love bodybuilding. I follow it. I never trained fully like a bodybuilder, but at my peak, like I was pretty yoked myself, like for my frame. But what approach are you gonna do? Is it more one muscle group a day, 2 muscle groups a day? Do you go for the? Have you heard of Mike Metzer?
Yes.
Yeah, you're gonna do the Mike Metzer method, which is like, Mike Metzer only trains literally maybe like 30 minutes. That's it. That's his whole training for the day. But it's all center, a good warm up, by the way. And then, but once you're warmed up, his whole thing is like extreme high intensity, heavy sets. Like if we're talking about your chest, it might be warm up with flies. Okay, warm up your shoulders. And then from there, it's literally get right on that bench, and the bench would be like, like low. Say you're only 160 pounds. It might be 2 plates for 5 clean, then little rest, and then it's 2 plates with 10s, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like 4 clean, and then it's 2 plates with 10s with another 5, and then it's 3 clean, and then from there it's like go right to like taking your dumbbells.
So like a drop set?
It could be a drop set or a super set, but whatever it is, it's done intense. Like each set is to failure with a spotter, and he talks about doing like holding the contraction point. So his benches are like whoop and like negative, holding it.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, but
Yeah.
it's like so much intense strain on the muscle, and then he's done. Then he's out. Then the rest is recovery,
super
eating.
efficient.
Yeah. And then, or like there's Arnold who did it like the 5-hour way. He literally just went to the gym for as many hours as he can fit through the day without it interfering with the other things he's doing. He just packs on set after set after set after set after set. Like there's images of Arnold off the chalk, like just chalking up. Like one day it might've been like 100 sets of 20 reps each just on the lateral, but and they all had amazing physiques, right?
Yeah.
So like what I don't know, like it's like the bodybuilding world, that this is a whole other genre of they talk all the time about what's a better training method. Arnold's method, Mike Metzger's like what does The Rock do versus like what does a pro bodybuilder do? It's so what is going to be your approach here? I mean, there's just so many ways to play with this, right?
I say the best method is the best method that works for you.
Yeah.
And it's going to be the best method that works for your division.
Yeah.
You can still build muscle with light weights, more repetition.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or you can do it the Metzer way.
Yeah.
I think when it comes to it, you got to find a coach and you got to see how your muscles respond.
Yeah.
For me personally, I like the Arnold way.
Oh,
I can live at the gym.
Yeah.
Like honestly, and people know me at the gym now. They know I've actually noticed people have been, this one guy, like I was waiting for a machine, an older gentleman, and he's like, oh, is the knee getting better? Because he noticed I wasn't because I was wearing K-tape. I had a brace at one point. I'm like, yeah, it's getting there. He's like, well, good for you. Good for you. Like people are noticing because I'm always at the gym.
Yeah.
For me, it depends. Whatever gets that contraction going, whatever builds that muscle growth. Right now, I'm just doing the 8 rep range, but I'm still in the phase of healing. It's whatever my coach says. But the division I want to get into is the wellness division. So because naturally my legs and glutes, I have bigger legs and bigger glutes. So that's what I want to build towards. So I'll probably be doing legs 2 to 3 times a week.
Yeah.
But I think any method works, but it's so individual. It really is. I don't think there's one perfect method for everybody.
Yeah.
So that's my take on that. But I don't have a bodybuilding coach yet.
Okay.
But once I get one, I'll probably be in the gym for an hour and a half. No, probably an hour and a half to 2 hours, depending on who I work with. Right. But I'm not there. But I do have a few coaches in mind that I want to work with.
When how far out are you from getting the coach?
Oh,
what's the timeline? Do you want to compete in a year, or is it like 6 months from now?
That's a good question.
Because like right now would be so like well we'll go on. First of all, what's the time frame here for the bodybuilding?
Right. So right now I call this the pre-prep.
Yeah.
So the prep for the prep. Right now I want to get some body fat down and I want to keep building my foundation. And then when I get the coach, that's where they're going to make things harder for me. So time frame, I would say a year.
Okay.
Unless I start cutting and we see that there's a bunch of muscle on me and I have my coach and they're like, okay, you can probably do a show by like November or something.
Okay.
But right now I'm waiting for my body. I'm still correcting the muscle imbalances, which should take about 3 months. That's what me and my PT says. So that should take about 3 months. And then from the 3-month mark, that's where I look at things. So as I'm like correcting my muscle imbalances and building things, I am going to be cutting at that. And I'll get myself at a place where I can cut. And then whatever my bodybuilding coach says, I will do. So
yeah, because Arnold had this great quote. He said, "Yeah, you can't sculpt the pebble." Yeah. So a lot of bodybuilders have that huge like off season. I don't know what they're doing because some of them their body just becomes a mangled mess because of they take steroids and stuff and everything's hormonally off. But I just know like a lot of them, it's the start is this huge bulking period where they just go for lift as heavy as you can with every muscle group. How many times you can fit it in the week with the recovery. So, it might be biceps, for instance, might be hit once every 72 hours. Everything's once every 72 hours. So it's roughly like
that makes
recovery
sense.
time, but it's all heavy, eat as much as you can. Just like get like, don't worry about cutting. Then it becomes start to pull out lower your carbs so that, like the muscle starts to get more like leaned out. Then it becomes more lighter weight, higher rep. I don't know. Like that was just what I've been like from some of the guys I've been listening to. like Ronnie Coleman did not do any of that.
No, that's
Ronnie,
why he's one of the greats.
Yeah. Ronnie did like heavy fucking everything all the time, 24/7. But he also just had a crazy genetic like body too. And then when he took it to the next level with the old supplements, then he became Ronnie Coleman. But because actually Ronnie gets a lot of flack for his like actual technique. Like apparently it's not exactly, what do you call it, the way almost most trainers would say to do. Yet that is almost that he is the most winningest Mr. Olympia, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it's
so is Ronnie Coleman the most winning Mr. Olympia? I think he is. I can't think of anyone else.
I think he is. Yeah, I know there was like Lee Haney, Dorian Yates, obviously Arnold, Phil Heath, and I'm pretty sure Ronnie's up there. But
I just want to touch base on that. They criticize him, but it worked.
Yeah.
Like right now, people are criticizing again. Like I'm familiar with the new bodybuilder guys, so like Chris Bumston, who's classic, and then. He's not a bodybuilder yet, but Sam Sulek, they're criticizing him. He's the 20.
Familiar,
he's the 20. He's all over the internet.
Okay.
Right now.
Yeah, I've probably seen all these guys. Just
people are criticizing him when he eats his fruity pebbles or whatever. Cinnamon toast crunch. He does the bulk and the cut thing, but he looks good. Like people were criticizing his calories at one point because he was eating 1900. It was too low, and all this stuff. But he looks good. It is working for him.
Yeah.
But what people need to understand on the internet, just because it's working for Sam Sulek doesn't mean it's going to work for you.
That's exactly it.
And people think they can copy. No, you can't go eat that stuff. You'll blow up.
Yeah. Everyone's different. Like everyone literally is different metabolism, different testosterone levels, different. I notice every subtle detail of difference actually makes a difference. Like as in someone with like a thicker forearm bone structure, when he curls, it's naturally gonna, like, say he's trying to do a traditional bicep curl with the thumbs out.
Okay.
It's like if you have bigger forearms, you're naturally gonna be using more forearm without even trying, and there's gonna be less contraction on the bicep itself. So your arm's gonna like build differently than say like Flex Wheeler, who had like very thin forearms here. So when he's pulling, the bicep did more of the work. That's why he had like that sweet huger bicep look. Anyway. So like even every exercise, I notice it's not like going to be the exact same for every body type. But it's funny how people criticize because like they just don't understand what the other guy is doing, or other person or the girl. Like it's like, cause everyone's so different. So I'm just really curious on your journey so far. Like have you experimented enough to see what puts on the most muscle for you? Is it one muscle group a week? Heavy, or is it not, or is it just increasing calories, or because right now you're building your base before you find your coach, and then so I'm just curious how you're figuring out your own body.
For me, what I've noticed was just working on one muscle, like just rotating the muscle groups. So just doing legs, maybe doing quads and hamstrings one day, and then glutes another day, and then doing back and biceps, kind of like coupling it like that. That's what was working for me. But right now my trainer has me doing something unique, and I'm going to try it because listen, I'm in the experimental phase. She's got me working full body multiple times a week, however every day, but she's doing it in a way where I rest certain muscles. So it's very interesting. So this week, what did I do? So 1 week it may be like a hinge pull kind of workout, and then next I'm doing like chest and like chest and like back, and then I'll add the legs to it. I don't know how she's doing this. I'm trying to like figure out how she's like molding this, but I like this style of training because I feel like each part of my body feels good throughout the week. Like I feel good.
Balanced.
I feel balanced, as opposed to like when I do it the other way, my freaking legs are heavy as heck. Or my back's heavy as heck. Like right now, my quads are equally sore as my like back muscles. So I'm trying to figure out what she's doing. I got it on my app right now, but it's just I like that full body training.
Do you think after a while it's almost how can I word this? It's almost like an illusion in your head because like almost all of them do a lot, and then it's just the illusion in your head that I'm going to slightly do it differently now here, and it's going to like I see the results different now because I did it like that, but really it might have had the same result had you been doing the other way. Do you kind of know what I'm saying? Because
I do.
Like Jay Cutler, for instance, I'm a huge fan of Jay Cutler, by the way.
Yeah.
It's probably one of my favorite bodybuilders. And he's done every method. Like I remember as a teenager watching some videos, and he's like, yeah, I'm one muscle group a day. And then 5 years later, he's like full body. And then 3 years later, he was like a heavy. And then 3 years later from that, it was not heavy. And then one day he preached, I never use machines. Now you see him use machines. Like, so it's like, so he's done it all.
I like that.
And his body has always looked awesome. And that's why I'm at a point where I'm like, well, which one was it, Jay? Like, cause like when in theory, he won the Olympia 4 times. Each of the years he won those Olympias, you would think that was the right training method, right? But he actually did them slightly different every time to get the 4 Olympias. So that's why I'm again a little bit curious with like, sometimes I feel like this is like overstudied for some people.
That's what I was just about to say.
Yeah, because I'm like, I feel like you just had to do stuff for him, you know? And
I think it's that with everything. I just think of Goggins, be a practitioner.
Yeah.
It's like analysis paralysis.
Yeah.
Just get it done. You won't know unless you do it. Just do it.
Yeah.
So like with Jay Cutler, he's done different methods and they've all worked. You won't know what works unless you try.
Yeah.
So I feel like a lot of people are like, oh, I need the perfect diet. I need this. Just try it and see if it works for you. I tell people that on my channel. It's like, oh, OMAD, it worked for you. Maybe it'll work for me. No, maybe it might not work for you.
Yeah.
You won't know unless you can stick to it and try it.
Yeah.
Try it to know.
And each person's duration has to, like, one person might do OMAD or something for a week and already notice the body reacting. And some might have to do it for a month. I don't know. It is a bit tricky though, because like these debates are endless. I mean, even in like MMA, I just watched so much about the training too, and I used to train too, and like everyone's is different, man. Yeah, everyone's is different. Yet, you got one like Shawn Strickland trains so different from Kamaru Usman, who trains so different from George St. Pierre, who trains so different from like the Diaz brothers, and like it's like everyone's just so different. Conor McGregor trained completely different, and it's like, but they had an end result of just getting the cage fight and win. But when it comes to something like bodybuilding, it's like it's just so interesting. Like that's why like I never get bored listening to all the varieties of way to train. And man, I'm gonna train after this, by the way, just to give myself more no, but right now, like obviously whatever you're doing, you have a good base right now. So like it's only gonna go up in theory with a professional coach, right?
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
Yeah, like what like who's now this sounds bad, but I don't know too many female bodybuilders. Like,
it's okay.
Yeah, like who's someone you're aspiring to be? Like,
who do I aspire to be?
Yeah, like what's a good question. Yeah, what's the goal then? Like for your physique here?
Oh my god, I don't really look up to like I look and I watch their content, but like I want to be my own version. I want to be like me. But people I watch, like there's Laura Lee Chapados. Like she's Canadian. Yeah. She lives in Miami. She's a unique one. That one. She's a genetic freak.
Yeah.
It's funny because how she won her what did she just win? She won the Arnold Classic.
Yeah. Okay.
And the way she won it, her training was different because judges were telling her she's too big for a bikini, meaning that her muscles were too overpowering, her glutes were too overpowering, so she needed to downsize. Okay. So she was doing more like.
But she a bodybuilder or
she's in the bikini division. So you got to remember, bodybuilding. There's different divisions. Yeah. There's bikini, there's wellness, there's figure, there's classic physique for men. Yeah. There's
212 division.
There's 212. There's open. There's so many different there's female bodybuilders. Yes.
When the 80s, there was like a legit female Miss Olympia, and they were huge. Like they were jacked.
And they took it away for a bit.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Okay, it's back now. Yeah. Now. There was one dominant champ. She was dating the Japanese she was African American, but she was dating the Japanese bodybuilder.
Really?
They were
in the 80s?
No, in early 2000s. Like, but she was the dominant champ, I remember. Crazy physique.
They got rid of it.
Yeah, they got rid of it. Yes, yeah, and
because the women were getting a little too much, they were saying. But
but for her, like call spade a spade. Like she obviously was on performance enhancing. Like, yes. but that's just part of that's not something to be frowned upon in that world. That is part of the game.
Yeah,
part of the sport. I just remember though, her physique rivaled like a man's. It was just a fully developed like the lats, everything.
Wow.
But again, they took it away. So like you're not trying to get into that league.
No,
right? You're in wellness. You said
wellness is like bikini. It's more okay. So with the women, least amount of muscle is bikini. Then there's wellness. That's a new division. They're trying to figure out how wellness works.
Yeah.
And then after wellness, it's figure. Figure girls are pretty tiny too. And then after figure, there is, oh my God, I'm missing it. There's fitness. I'm missing a division. There's wellness, there's figure, there's fitness, no, I got it. And then after that, there is bodybuilding. Okay. I believe I got them all. So that's like the order of it. I'm trying to be like wellness. I might be able to do figure because I have a natural X ring. So these girls are stepping on stage depending on your height. Like figure girls can step on stage between 130 to 112. Bikini girls, again, 130s usually, but there's some girls that are bigger. But the weight doesn't matter in bodybuilding.
Yeah.
It's how you look.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm trying to figure out what else. Yeah, no, I don't want to be a bodybuilder.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to do that division at all. I'm looking at wellness right now. We're going to see. Like I said, I need to get a coach. They're going to look at my body and they're going to put me in the division that genetically suits me.
Yeah.
It's like, because you can't be in a division where you're not genetically equipped for.
Oh, sorry. And we're back. Just had some potential technical difficulties. But anyway, we'll dive right back into it here.
I was going to talk about the bodybuilding divisions. I got it right. So there's bikini, least muscle, wellness, then figure, then fitness is kind of like have you seen the girls? They do like a routine.
Okay,
it's really cool.
Yeah.
And then there's physique. That's the one I was missing. Physique is one step down from bodybuilding.
One step down. Okay.
Yeah. So that's how it works. So I'm looking to do one of the lower muscular ones because I can't do the other ones naturally. Yeah. I don't know if I'm that genetically gifted. I don't think so. But like wellness, you might need PEDs.
So so how do they judge wellness then? Like, because like in bodybuilding, isn't like for men's open bodybuilding, each muscle group isn't it like out of a 10, and then they just tally it up, and then they tally up poses as well. Is that how they do it? Actually,
it's the most leanest and the most symmetrical.
Okay, isn't it gridded up? Like, don't they? Because I remember they said Ronnie always loses only his points on his abs, but everything else is perfect, and because everything else is so perfect, it just demolishes every other guy.
Yeah.
But is it anyway? I don't know. I should actually look that up. Like, because like I just remembered that's why they have to hit all those poses. It's like but wellness. Like, how do they judge wellness?
Wellness is the one division where they don't look for symmetry. It's asymmetry, and they want the lower body to be bigger than the upper body.
Lower body bigger than upper.
Yes.
Okay.
Because it's more focused on the glutes, the hamstrings, and the quads.
Okay.
Like, that's key for wellness.
Do they wear the same trunks like the female?
They wear bikinis.
Bikinis. Okay.
Yes, they wear bikinis. Wellness is a very new division, so they're still trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
But we have a standard there. Miss Olympia, Franciella, her name is. And then bikini is all about balance.
Okay.
So it's balance. Bikini is a really hard one to explain.
Yeah.
Because each bikini girl looks different.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's such a, what do you call it? I don't know. It's a hard division to explain. I watch a lot of the bikini girls, but it's about balance, but it's the best balance on your physique.
Best balance on your, man, how do you even judge that then?
Because it's so complicated. There's so much drama with bikini.
Right.
There's so much drama. It's a very, is it subjective, I want to say, or subjective?
Like a pageant almost, like, but
I don't want to say that it is, but there's more. It's kind of, but not, because they have to build the muscle. Yeah, it's really hard. It's like an art form. You have to finesse it. Yeah, you have to like. It's a very tricky one to do. Okay, but
is it, how many judges judge these?
I don't know.
Is it panel 3 or 10?
No. I think it's about 8 to 10. I could be wrong. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on it. But I know there's a lot.
Well, yeah, like the whole thing's just evolves and changed so much. Like, if you take a look at the movie Pumping Iron, compare it to like how it's done now. It's like, I mean, the lighting plays a role, like everything, the tanning. I mean, like Jay Cutler literally goes in orange, right? Like he's so sprayed up, and then I don't know. I don't know. It's like I do love bodybuilding. I'm a big fan of it, and especially the 2000s. I was all over that stuff. But at the same time, I do have these moments where I'm like, wait, this is silly. You know what I mean? Like it's awesome, but like when it gets like so, I don't know, like when Jay Cutler consistently was bummed out they kept losing to Ronnie. I mean, like at that point, I remember thinking in my head, like, well, Ronnie's just bigger and fuller, you know? So,
yeah, bigger.
But then one day I remember I had a different outlook on the physique, and all of a sudden I was like, how the fuck did Ronnie win all that? Jay should have won, like, you know? So I don't know, man. Like it just completely, it is subjective though, because like sometimes your mood's different. Like Frank Zane, you know Frank Zane, right?
I've never heard of him.
1970s guy.
Oh, okay.
He was an Olympia. He was Mr. Olympia like 3 times after Arnold, I think, retired before he made his comeback. But yeah, like Frank Zane, you'll know if I show a photo because he was in the 70s. He was everywhere. But to me, he was like that was the best physique, you know? Yeah, and it was also it was just the most pretty too, in my opinion. You know, like I don't explain it. Like it was like just perfect symmetry and everything. Yeah, but then now if you had a Frank Zane physique, that wouldn't even place you in top 50 in Olympia, like at all, you know? So because of the era of Lee Haney and Dorian Yates coming in and putting on all that mass, it just changed everything. They're like, that's new measuring stick. Don't even try unless you're that huge as well, you know? Yeah. So I don't know. But then Arnold, when you think about Arnold's that Arnold's physique was insane.
Yeah, Arnold looked good, and I loved his philosophy, really. Like I love that. That's my kind of philosophy. Yeah. I love putting in the hours at the gym, but not everyone agrees with it. Some people say it's stupid, but honestly, the best training method is the one that works for you and that gets you results. Yeah, if it's getting you results, who cares? People are going to criticize you no matter what.
Right.
So,
hey, I want to ask you about this then. Okay, bear with me. I'm sorting out my thoughts in real time. Okay, to achieve like a super awesome physique doesn't necessarily correlate with using the body what's it called in a like practical way. Like what I mean by that is like say we're in caveman times, like,
I think I know where you're going.
Yeah, like and then we're always just moving, we're always hunting, lifting logs, like problem solving, climbing mountains, running in fields. Like it's like you're not going to develop a Mr. Olympia physique like that. You probably couldn't, you know, because like you're just not, you know, like it's like in order to develop the Olympia physique, you have to target the body, like and grow each thing to very specifically, and that would not be achieved in natural, like day-to-day ancient times of movement patterns, because you'd be burning too many calories and you wouldn't be in theory eating every 2 hours because you wouldn't have access to food like that. That just wouldn't be, you know what I mean? Like, so sometimes I have this, I don't know. I do have this, it's not love hate, but I have these moments again where I'm like, this is awesome. I don't know why I'm so into it. Like just the mere look of the physique at that full potential. It is almost like seeing like a painting or like a cool beautiful car, you know?
It's beautiful.
But it's not like, it's not realistic. Like a Mr. Olympia, although he looks like the top human potential, that body would not be able to fight 5 rounds in an MMA fight.
No.
You kind of know what I mean? Like, so,
no.
So what is like the purpose of it other than
aesthetics,
aesthetics and art? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
You know, like, I don't know. Like, you kind of know what I'm going with.
I know where you're going. Well, a bodybuilding physique is not an optimal physique for human survival.
Yeah.
Too much muscle, little fat. You're going to die.
Yeah.
If you think about it.
Fucking awesome.
Yeah. That's why you're not supposed to stay lean all year round, because we've lost a few fitness influencers because they would do that.
Yeah.
And they would pass away.
Is that what happened to Joe Aesthetics?
Yes. I was talking about. Well,
what happened to him? How did he?
That's a complicated one. He died of an aneurysm.
Okay, what's an aneurysm again?
It's a brain. But apparently he had a history of it in his family.
Okay.
But he was on PEDs, and then some people want to go in and say maybe there was an issue with, you know, like he took 3 shots. Some people are saying it could have been the shots. I don't know.
Oh, like of COVID? Of the thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whoa. Oh, okay.
I don't know, but there was a genetic predisposition. Huh. I know if you take steroids, I know someone who passed away, unfortunately, they took steroids and they had a heart predisposition. So that's what happened with him. And he was complaining. I remember his girlfriend was saying he was complaining about, my neck. His neck was hurting him, and he passed away. It's unfortunate because I didn't really follow him, but I heard he was a good human being.
And he was like so young.
I know. Like, he was 30, I think. 27 maybe?
Oh, he wasn't even 30
I don't
yet?
even know how old he was.
You know the sad one, but it's not. It's sad, but it's not. How can I put it? Like, it wasn't a surprise. Unfortunately, was Boston Lloyd. Have you heard of that YouTube the influencer Boston Lloyd?
No.
Yeah, like, so Boston died at like 27, I think, and but this guy, his nickname was Big Daddy 3Cs. 3CCs, like
C's. I thought you were talking about the one that was a Z's, the ZZZ one.
No,
he was another one that died at 21.
Yeah, but Boston was like, his whole thing was he just took as much steroids of all of them, and he filmed it on YouTube, and he laid it all out. YouTube kept taking down his videos. Like, he was just a wild kid, and he started juicing at like I imagine before he was even 18, and but all these doctors were like, hey, Boston, like, stop this, like, you're gonna die, and but he was just so Boston Lloyd, man. He was just so whatever, like, overconfident about the whole thing, and then and then I think he died of like a kidney failure.
Yep, the kidneys. It'll get your kidneys.
Yeah, but I don't know, but like Rich Piana, you remember him?
No.
Oh yeah, I'll show you a photo. You're gonna be, that guy. Yeah. So yeah, Rich. He had the hugest arms, and like his brand was called Mutant.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, he was.
I might know him. Yeah.
Rich Piana was like, I was so entertained with what he was doing. Same thing as Boston Lloyd. He was all about just openly talking about how he uses steroids and everything like that. But I don't know. Like, I mean, getting a bit controversial here, but like, is that something you'd ever consider? Like,
no.
taking PEDs? So it has to be natural.
No. I want to do it naturally because I want longevity. Right, I want to do it naturally. Because I know there's people who've won their pro cards, bikini divisions, naturally, and wellness. Yeah. No, I've lost my health with the injuries I had. The last thing I want to do is lose it again.
Right. Yeah.
And with that, we have to talk about the dangers of PEDs because it's really bad with young kids. My gym, my God, they have a box of needles and it's always full. In the change room. All the gyms do have it.
Oh, what?
Yeah. Biohazardous. Yeah. People, the steroid epidemic is bad. I had my doctor tell me this one girl was at the gym. She got some PED off a girl, and now she's messed up with anxiety, and she's seeing her all the time. She screwed up her hormones, her female cycle. She's all messed up. Yeah. The thing is with PEDs nowadays, they're lacing it with crap. It's not pure. Yeah. You don't know what you're getting. Back in the day, it was a bit cleaner. There's people making it off the street. Yeah. There's a documentary about it on YouTube. Of them
are, because like, most of the time you can't go to your doctor to get steroids. Like, no, like as a male, you might be able to get testosterone, which is always a confusing thing. People are like, isn't testosterone steroids? Like, no. We all have testosterone. Yeah. Steroids is like, it's I don't know. It's going into the super physiological levels. Like, and also there's these other things. It's just not the same. Look, I don't know about steroids to a level of like, Derek from More Plates, More Dates.
Yeah.
But TRT is not the same as full blown steroids.
It's not the same, but you wouldn't be natural if you took it. I don't think. Yeah. And usually people who have to take TRT or HRT, it's because they abused steroids in the past.
Right.
So, and then women take it too for other reasons. Like, I know there's pure menopausal issues. That's a different story.
Yeah.
But no, I love bodybuilding, but the steroid abuse it's not pretty. Yeah. You see some guys, they're pimpled up from head to toe. Yeah. That's not cute.
Oh yeah.
And they don't care. They have their physique. Like, it's like, I was talking about this on my channel. It's like, everyone wants things now. Yeah. But you're taking away your life. There's more to life than a physique.
Yeah.
But social media has made it 10 times worse. Like, again, it used to be women. Women had the issues with anorexia, being skinny, all of that. Now men are getting pressured to be like their favorite fitness influencer because they think they're going to get all the big bucks.
Yeah.
But more and more people are talking about the dangers of steroids. It's not cute. Like, your libido's gone. Like, some men have issues, performing in the bedroom. Yeah, like, as a woman, I hear that. That's not attractive. You know what I mean? You can't get it up. That's a problem. Like, so it's like, and a lot of these men do it for women, but a lot of women I talk to, they don't like that look. Yeah. I respect it because I'm into fitness, but a lot of women, they don't like the muscle. They don't like that bulk look. They like kind of like a lean kind of kind of look. They've
Yeah.
done studies of this. They've done like little stuff on YouTube where girls would like rank men, and they usually took the guy that wasn't super bulked but had muscles but like looked
Yeah.
good. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Oh, yeah.
So it's crazy. And me raising a young boy, like he already says he's not going to do steroids because he won't get into the NFL. He's not focused. He's a good kid. So
Well,
it's scary what's going on.
I don't want to make, well, I guess I am making accusations, but the NFL, there's guys using steroids for sure.
Yeah.
They just,
Yeah.
you know, I mean, like,
Yeah.
I did, you know, the testing style is very predictable, if you will. No, yeah, the whole, but the whole body chemistry thing, it's, you have to just, I don't know, like I'm for it if you use it
Smart.
properly. Like, look
Yeah.
at Sylvester Stallone, right?
Okay.
Yeah, he's like late 70s. For a guy in late 70s, body is still lean, jacked. Yeah, like, I mean, he looks old, but he looks good old, you know, and
Kind of like
he's still,
Arnold.
and he's still mobile. Yeah, and Arnold too. Like, and they're on testosterone. Like they have
But
to be. You know?
Arnold used, I forgot what Arnold used. He used, I don't know the name, but he wasn't using Tren.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
Trenbolone.
exactly. Yeah. He's not
all these,
Yeah,
like,
Arnold used very subtle. Like, again, you'll never. You know, I always find it very weird how they don't just come out and say bluntly, point blank, like,
what they
I
use.
use this.
I
because,
know.
like, I'm like, why? Like, at this point, we're all at a point of like,
We wanna know.
Just say it. Like, you know,
Yeah.
no one. It's so weird. It's just so weird.
Yeah.
I don't get it because I don't know. Like, I'm just super curious. Like, and plus, like, no one's judging you anymore. We all know you guys did it.
Yeah.
Like Ronnie finally came out on the Rogan podcast and he listed out that he's like, oh yeah, I use some D-ball and you know, Winstrol, and like
Yeah.
he just like listed out, and I was like, you know,
Yeah.
But, yeah, but like it's just so funny to me how like someone like Arnold still like won't just bluntly say which steroids.
I think he did. He said one. I don't know if it was Winstrol. It was a
He just said, I took steroids. People back then, it was legal. You just go to your doctor and get a prescription.
Yeah.
But I'm like, which one, sir? And how much?
I think what
You know?
Arnold took, it was one of those simple ones. It was one of them.
Yeah.
Dextrol. Is that one? I forget the names.
D-ball? I don't know.
D-ball. I think it was D-ball he said he took. I don't know. But I think, I wish people were more open.
Yeah.
There's some women out there that are pointing out they're being more open with it, and there's also women out there in the bodybuilding world who are saying it messed me up, I was depressed, I was this, I was that, you know. Oh, like there's the whole female, like what do you call it, the female consequences of bodybuilding. Those are not nice either. Like swelling downstairs, like I heard that, my doctor told me that. That like,
that's permanent, like the enlarged clitoris is permanent.
Yes, that's why I'm not touching it. I don't want to.
Yeah.
Like, I just, you know, for me, I want to get my pro card, and then I'll probably go run a marathon, maybe do Ironman, maybe go do CrossFit, maybe get into MMA.
Yeah,
like, that's my thing. Like, I want to do it. I done it. Okay, now what's next? Like, I'm all about health.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
So
yeah, like you know, have you heard of Clarissa Shields?
No.
Female boxing champion, and then
Okay.
she went and did some MMA fights.
Nice.
Like African American, and she's like
Nice.
super, her personality's super aggressive. She's like she's in your face about everything. Anyway, yeah, Clarissa, like in theory, I'm like, in theory, that's that physique is the most practical, and like, because like she can do MMA, box. She can run,
she's versatile.
She's versatile. Her
Like-
body's useful, but it's not super big. You know? But it's definitely still like it won't win a bodybuilding contest, but it's still like I don't know. Yeah,
And that's probably the physique I want. Oops.
Okay.
Sorry. That's probably the physique I'm going for.
you kind of have it
Because
already.
like, yeah, I want I want that versatility, because again, I like to run. How many
Yeah.
bodybuilders you hear like to run? Like, I want to be able to do like maybe I don't know, like functional training stuff, like long distance marathon. I really want to do a triathlon, swimming. Like but I want the muscle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want that physique that can do things. So yeah.
Yeah, it's always interesting to, when I was growing up, like I was obsessed with physiques, like just naturally. I don't know what it was. Like when I was a little kid, I remember in school, they're like, what do you want to be when you grow up? And the three things I listed out was comic book artist.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry, I just said two things. It was comic book artist or be a muscle man. I called it a muscle man.
That's so
and
cute.
I remember I just loved like He-Man back in the day, and like Arnold. I just was obsessed with him since I like Blockbuster. I remember walking in, or Rogers Video. There's there was the pumping iron when he's doing like the bicep pose like that. And I just remember seeing like the huge arms, and I was just instantly like, that's what I want to look like, you know, like somehow, some way, you know. And I remember my family was just like, I don't get it. Like we know that's a cool body, but like I don't get how as a little kid you're so like and I don't know either, man. Like I love Bruce Lee because he's just lean and shredded and like
good physique,
you know, good physique, just this lean 8-pack, and I don't know what it is, but like because I always had an eye for it, as if I'm like, some people like love, like as in when some people go shopping, like that's a cute dress, or like, you know, like that's a nice jacket, like
like, for you that's like sick physique.
Yeah, that looks sick physique. Yeah, you know. And then I don't know, it's always weird like growing up.
It's weird. I think it's normal. Like
my buddies just always made fun of me, right? Because, you know, I'd be like looking like, you know, when we're teenagers, they'd be like trying to look at, you know, girls in bikinis, and I'm like, yo, look at that dude. I get look how ripped that dude is.
Well, I was obsessed with the WWE, so I loved looking at the different physiques of the men and the women who wrestled. Like it's a respect. I don't know what it is, but you know, I guess you know what it takes to get that physique.
Yeah.
So it's like a respect thing.
And well, it also just looks cool. Like,
yeah,
like,
it looks
cool. And
like a
you know, when you watch look, because they are. And then when you watch superhero movies, like they just look cool. Like a cool physique just looks cool. However you move, like it just draws attention. So are you big into wrestling, or?
You could say that.
Yeah.
I started watching it again because my son started watching it. The Usos. I was.
But growing up, were you like? Hey, I'm huge in wrestling, especially the '90s and early 2000s.
Attitude Era. Everything.
It was so funny because like even someone like Stone Cold Steve Austin, I remember I was like, I'm like, see, like for a guy who drinks a lot of beer, I'm like, that's still a pretty good physique. You know what I mean? Like
he had that like huge traps.
Yeah. But he wasn't like. He didn't have the body like Triple H did when he was at the peak of the training, or Batista, or Batista. Like fuck, who else had that? Who was super good physique? Bobby Lashley, like holy fuck, right? Like Jason. And Bobby Lashley went to MMA for a bit there.
He did.
Yeah.
Or Lesnar. Speaking of
Lesnar, holy fuck,
Lesnar is a freak.
That's a freak.
Have you seen his daughter?
The one daughter, she's
basically like him doing what? I'm like, that's Lesnar as a woman.
Track.
Oh god.
Yeah, that's his daughter from his first relationship.
Oh, it's not Sable's kid?
No, Sable's kids are the two sons, I believe.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm 99% sure.
Okay.
I'm 99% sure.
Okay.
Yeah, because Brock is obviously super like private.
He's a and he's a freak genetically.
Oh yeah,
he's very private. Especially when he's Saskatchewan.
I know, in a compound. Man, I remember when he first burst in the scene in WWE. Like that was like a cartoon figure physique. Like
he was crazy.
Like he was just so huge, but then the waist was slim. But then as he got older, now the waist isn't slim, but he's still huge.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's funny how physiques morph.
He's got diverticulitis, so he's got he's got medical issues.
Yeah, he had that. He had that like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
From what I understand, it's all healed up now.
Is it good? Because that sounds horrible.
Yeah. I mean, everyone's blaming it on the high meat diet, saying it, but from what I understand, it's more of like a seed got trapped in your intestine, causing that hole.
I don't know what it is. It's such a weird thing. It's basically where your intestines like squeeze, and it causes a lot of. It can kill you. You almost die.
I heard. Isn't it just a hole in the intestine?
I'm not sure what it is exactly, but it's a messed up. It sounds horrible. Yeah. But I'm glad he's okay.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, he's doing fine, I think, for life decisions, you know, all things considered.
Yeah.
Do you remember 90s? I'm talking about 90s now.
Okay.
90s Shawn Michaels.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that, like, I always thought that was the coolest physique.
Yeah.
It wasn't super muscular.
He wasn't the biggest guy, but
he wasn't the biggest guy, but it was like full. It looked like a superhero's build.
Yeah.
But it also looked like a casual guy. I don't know how to explain it, because he wasn't all shredded and ripped. It was, I don't know, man. Yeah, I remember.
And that's the physique that girls like, mainly that a lot of girls like. So they don't
capable physique. Yeah. What with China? You remember her physique?
Oh my god, she was amazing.
Yeah,
she looked good.
Yeah,
it's so sad, her story, but
man, what I'm drug addicted. That's all. Just completely like her mind got distorted.
I'm actually watching. There's a China lookalike on Instagram. I'll send it to you.
Oh yeah,
she looks exactly like China.
Oh, shit.
It's creepy.
From the 90s or now?
No, she's now. I thought it was China, and I was like, wait, isn't she dead? And then I'll send you her Instagram. It's crazy. Yeah. She does cosplay and everything. Okay. But no, she looked good. I know back in the day, man hands and all this stuff. Like, she was treated like garbage, but she looked good.
Yeah.
Now women would die to have that physique because all these girls at the gym, they're trying to get jacked.
Yeah.
So it's crazy how things have changed.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Did China, she was okay, like she used steroids too, but was she a huge steroid user, or did she just use a little bit? Because I remember her saying like she actually had a decent natural physique too. Like she just kind of, because like everyone has a superior super physiological physique.
Mm-hmm.
They do have a great baseline as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like it's not like they had a shitty baseline and then they took the juice and then like they usually
That's
already
what
have.
People think.
Yeah, like
people think that.
Yeah, like they think, okay, like me sitting on the couch being too skinny or too fat, and all of a sudden you think I take steroids and we look like Arnold. No, like Arnold already had like a foundation too.
Well, Greg Doucette says most people who take steroids look like shit, and he's right.
Yeah.
They do. Most people. If you think about it.
Yeah.
Like you would be surprised when people are on steroids. I'm shocked again with the gym with all the needles. I'm like, what the heck?
That's so crazy. Like this is as like. Well, is that Good Life? They have a needle bit in Good Life?
Yeah, and I think it's a lot of gyms too. Yeah, in Good Life they have it in the washroom. I'm sure I haven't.
I go to Good Life too, though.
Have you seen it? Which Good Life?
I go to the one on Stephen Ave and then the one on 17th.
You've never seen it in the bathroom?
No, unless I'm blind as a bat.
It's yellow and it says biohazard.
That's crazy.
I see it at Good Life. There's only 2 Good Life gyms I go to. I go to Trinity Hills and Richmond, and they both have it. And that was the first thing I noticed when I went from the car accident. I went to the gym. I was like, why is this here? And I thought it was drugs. And then I put 2 and 2 together. It's like, it's not drugs. It's steroids.
Richmond's the one by West Hills, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I used to go to that one like a year ago and back. I love that one too. There's just a good vibe in that one.
Oh, that one's a good.
Yeah, it's a good
gym.
I don't know what it is. I remember going to that one, and there's just I'm like, why do I like going to this one more?
It's a good one.
It's just a good vibe. I'm explaining it. Like the people in there, there's a lot more in shape people I noticed. Yes. A lot more pros or people like yourself. Yeah. Like Stephen Ave, I'm not gonna lie, it's definitely a lot of like office workers.
I never went to that one.
Yeah, it's not.
Is it nice?
Great. It's nice in there.
Okay.
You have a variety of equipment.
Okay.
It's just that the people that go in there, like they're almost all just like, you can tell they're office workers just getting their workout in, after work, so no one actually has it. Good for them.
Like you want that.
I want to walk in and see superheroes, and then I totally lift because I see superheroes in the gym, being like, not golf course gym, being like, it probably has more money than everyone, but like, I want to get inspired. I want to see like,
I hear you.
Yeah, superheroes.
Then you got to go to a bodybuilding gym.
Oh man, in the I'm almost 18 years ago, but I'm dating myself again. I used to go to this gym, it's called Destination Perfection. Have you heard of that place?
Is it in Calgary? Because I'm not familiar with Calgary. I'm from Toronto.
Right.
I've been here for 4 years.
Okay, right.
Yeah. It's okay.
Yes. All right.
No.
Too many podcasts. No, DP's was near Center Street. That was a hardcore like gym.
And you went there?
Oh yeah. I went there when I was 18 and 19, and then I stopped. And then went to a normal gym because the vibe in there was just like, intense. I mean, allegedly. Yeah, man. And that gym, like whatever. I don't want to talk too much about the gym owner because like everyone in that world knows about what happened. But
I don't know.
Yeah. No, but that gym was everyone was just juice monkeys. Like
it's not in existence.
It shut down like years. Shut down years ago. It tried to make a comeback. Briefly it did under new ownership from like guys that used to be there, but then it shut down again. But
you gotta tell me off camera because I'm interested in what happened.
Oh yeah. But I remember that gym was like, I mean, but it was the vibe was too crazy because like I don't know, it was just everyone was just so juiced out in there. It's just like you got dudes that are just like training like oiled up like in jean shorts, and I'm kind of like all right, like this isn't my place, and I didn't fit in there, but I remember my buddy went there a bunch, and so I always tagged along there, and the prices were reasonable, so I was like, cool, like I'll drop money here and train, but the equipment was all so like abused and used, and like it's just a hardcore gym. Like downstairs was just like the leg press in like the dungeon and the third level in the basement. It's just like you go down, it's just like photos everywhere of like bodybuilders and like, like women and stuff.
Women?
Yeah, and like
That's a motivator.
yeah. It's just heavy, hard metal playing, blasting, like just like
Not my kind of gym.
Yeah.
I like my good life because you get a variety. You get those juice heads, but you also get like a variety of people. You get people doing functional training on the turf mat.
Yeah.
You get people runners. Like I like those kind of gyms.
Yeah. Me too.
Yeah.
Do you notice a lot of influencers in gyms right now? Like, because I on the internet and TikTok, like I see so many, but I'm like, every time I go, I don't actually see much people putting up a tripod and filming. And
I did at one point. I used to film a lot. The gyms are getting too crowded now.
Yeah. Okay.
I did. There was a couple, mainly women, no men.
Yeah.
Usually women. There's a girl that had a full-on tripod set up.
Yeah.
Good for her. I can't do that. I film with my phone on the floor.
Yeah.
So you don't really notice it. And then I use my Osmo Action. I haven't been able to film because I'm kind of focusing on my workouts right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I film a lot, but I never use a tripod. But not so much anymore because the gyms are too busy.
Okay.
They're too busy.
Hey, do you remember did you see that TikTok of that dude that just like ripped into that girl for filming her workout? And
What?
he bullied her a bit.
That's rude. You don't know why someone, because sometimes I film workouts for my trainer to see when I was doing online training or to see my form or to remember what I'm doing. Like there's like people film workouts from different things.
Yeah.
That's rude.
Yeah, it went viral. I'm surprised you didn't like that's good.
No.
That means your feed doesn't have toxicness in it.
No, and I'm not on my phone a lot. I'm like reading personal training books, but I'm starting to read more because the internet, man.
It could be toxic, man. Yeah, I just remember like the guy, like the girl's doing her as like a hip. Oh no, was it? Okay, I forgot what exercise she was doing, but she had her phone up, and then he just walks by. He's like, "Hey, I don't want to be in your fucking shot." And she's like, "Oh, excuse me," and like at first kind of thinking like, "Oh, was it my bad?" And he's like, turn your fucking camera off. I don't want to be in your fucking shot. And then he just like just rips into her and like, and then she's like, hey, what's your problem? And then he's, I want to be in your fucking shot. And he's so aggressive. And like, I literally thought he was about to hit her. And then he walked off. And then obviously that video went viral. And then it was at a Good Life. And then
this is in Canada?
In Calgary. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. And then the guy got booted from all the Good Lives. Yeah.
Good Life is they have their influencer influencer, like they kind of promote that. They want people to do that.
Okay. Yeah.
Obviously not in the change rooms, but this was in Canada.
This is in Calgary. From what I understand, it was in Calgary.
Damn.
I'm 99% sure it was in Calgary.
That's okay.
No, it's not okay. And like but that's what I mean. Like every time I've gone to Good Life, I never see these influencers.
No, I remember
like, hey,
I was filming one time and this one girl, she's like, am I in your shot? I'm like, no, you're not in my shot. And I'm like, if you are, I will delete it. Yeah. Like someone does that, that's fine.
Yeah.
And that is crazy to me. I'm shocked.
She was a smaller girl though. Like I don't see someone doing that to you ever. Like I just you're nice, Danielle. Like I know you, but like also you're like
I'm not tiny.
You're not tiny. You know what I mean? Like this dude is straight bullying this like
little girl.
Yeah, I kind of
maybe he's frustrated because there are women who are like doing stupid stuff on social media. Have you seen those videos?
Yeah.
Where they're trying to bait men. Like this one girl.
Yeah.
Like these stupid little Gen Zers, like these dumb girls that are like, I'm not blanketing all Gen Zers like this because I've got some Gen Z friends and some of them are dope.
Yeah.
But like she's with a group of friends and she's with a guy. She's like, oh, he looks depressed. Maybe I'll just like, and he was like doing like a bench press. He walked away for, recover from his set. And then she goes and sit in the chair and like starts like, and he's like, comes back. He's like, can I help you? And she gets up and she starts laughing with her friends. And she's like, he said, can I help you? Like, why would you do that?
Yeah.
You're stupid. Grow up.
Yeah.
Like to get views on social media. Yeah. Now she got views, but for the negative reason. Ugh. Like there are some girls like that are giving us women a bad name. And if I saw that, I would have said something.
Yeah.
Like that's ridiculous. Leave the man alone. People come to the gym for many reasons. I go to the gym. Sometimes I want to socialize, but mainly I'm there to escape, to like heal, to do my, it's a spiritual thing for me. Yeah. So why are you going to go be an ass?
Oh yeah. And no, that's lame.
It is lame.
I like when I go to the gym, I usually go and listen to a podcast.
Nice.
And like, if I'm in a really good rhythm, I'll listen to a whole podcast. So for 2 hours, I'll just go in there to play as well. Like that's my playtime. Like I'll go in and just like my routine is not like yours now. As I get older, I just kind of I'm going to ramp it up again because I'm super inspired from this.
Oh,
But yeah, no, I want to get back to where I was and then some because like yeah, when I look pretty yoked when I'm on a roll here. I just gotta fucking gotta do what Jocko's been telling me to
do it for your brain.
Yeah.
Get the Goggins mentality. Don't talk about, just get yourself out of the gym.
Do it, yeah.
Just go.
Yeah.
Just go.
Yeah, I love like last week, because I haven't really trained properly in 2 weeks now, which is like some people are like, oh, that's nothing, but to me it feels like an eternity. And my size goes when I don't train. But I remember like I just went in there and listened to a sweet Jocko podcast for like 2.5 hours, and in there I think I did like 60 sets worth of exercises. I basically did them all nonstop with a break in between. But I remember it was just like it was leg press, 2 plates to a hamstring curls for 35s, rolled over to leg extension for 35s for 12 reps.
Nice.
Then I took a kettlebell and just free squatted like 20 reps. Then from there I went and hit upper body. It was like chest to row, chest to row. Then I did biceps, then I did tris, then I did shoulders, and then I did fucking like traps, and I did some chin-ups, and like I just remember I just kept playing, and by the time I was done, I remember like noticing, I was like, okay, fucking leg press, I maxed out. It was like six solid plates, 5 clean reps. That was good for my legs. Good. I remember chest press was like 3 plates for 2. I remember the row was 4 whole plates on each side, pulled for 3 on each side. Like I hit some good like markers I haven't done in a while. Bicep curled 110 for 12.
Oh, good for you.
Oh yeah. Like and my pump was insane. Like I was just tripled the size. And I remember just like listening to Jocko, and I'm like, and I just realized that's one of my favorite things to do in the world is to do a 2-hour workout by myself, listen to a whole podcast.
Good for you.
And like I recommend everyone do that. That's like you're just so, you feel so good after for like at least 24 hours,
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah. It just sucks to find the time to do that, right?
Oh, you can make the time. We all have 24 hours in a day.
True, you're right.
It's all about
my word is my
No worries.
energy and overcoming. Like, do you ever have low energy and you just have to force yourself to get to the gym?
Yeah, that was yesterday.
Yeah.
It was rough.
Yeah.
But I just get through it because I know if I don't go, I'll
hate it even more.
I'll beat myself up.
Yeah.
And I just wouldn't be happy. So I know I just got to get out on the other side and I'll feel better. And I know there's rest coming.
Yes.
Because I'm resting for 3 days now because I got a knee injection.
Yes.
So that's my mindset. It's like, yeah, I'm tired, but this is my last day. Just get through it.
Okay. Yeah, no, because my problem right now, well, like you've been here a bunch now. Like sometimes I close the bar, then I open the bar. Yeah. Sleep is the main motherfucker for me right now.
I'm struggling too.
Yeah.
I know.
Like how much sleep do you get again? Like
my trainer. I've been getting under 6 hours. I've been getting 5:45 and my trainer can see that. And she's like, I challenge you to get 8 to 10 hours a day. I'm like, I can't do 10 hours on weekdays because I got like priorities. I got my kid and stuff. Maybe on the weekends, but she's like, okay, try 8. No, my sleep's dog crap because of the concussion and me waking up. No, sleep is a struggle. Yeah. But sometimes I just go and I do it.
Yeah.
And I take naps throughout the day. I just took a nap like a couple hours ago. I was studying for my personal training certification and then I took a nap. I take naps to get me through.
Yeah.
And with finding time, I find with exercise, this is a good rule. And this is a good rule from Ashley Caldwell. She's the most winning bikini Olympia of all time, most winning Olympia person of all time, or no, not Olympia, but overall wins.
Yeah.
This is my hard rule. She's like, I need to be at the gym before 10. If I'm not, is it 10? I think it's 10.
10
if I'm
PM?
not AM.
Yeah, okay.
If I'm not there before 10, I won't get it done. I think the best way with working out, get it out of the way in the morning.
Yeah.
You do it first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
That's how I do it when I'm busy. Just get it out of the way.
I'm not out of shape. I just it's just
no,
like
you're definitely not out of shape.
But I've never had this is the worst my workout routine's been my whole life. Like, because I've always been an athlete. I've never been out of shape. And, ever since I opened this business, it's the entrepreneurship thing has been. I don't know, man. Because sometimes you get out of here at 3 a.m.
Yeah,
and then you have to open the bar at 10. Okay, so by the time you get home at 4, you might sleep 3 hours and try to work out. You know what I mean? Like I've tried, and it was like I just.
Can you go during the day?
Sometimes, yeah, like because my hours fluctuate, they change. Like,
so you're gonna have to cater to.
Yeah, so that's the thing that sucks is that right now I have to always be juggling when I get the workout in, depending on how the flow of the day goes. So, like podcast rentals, for instance. Like, might have a guy renting. Like, oh, by the way, like this Sunday, I know you guys are filming here.
Yeah,
and then,
we are.
And then we have a podcast rental at 6. Podcast. Yeah, so it's like I have to adjust the room, and then I got to hop on the bartend. That's just it. That's the only thing. Like, but. I know this is the growing pains of opening a business, but when this thing stabilizes, like I can't wait to get back into that 1 hour a day every day, 7 days a week.
You can do it now.
know?
You can do it now. You just got to let it. You can do it now.
Is it make peace with being tired? You think?
Pardon?
Is it more just make peace with being tired? Because sometimes I think, Shawn, if you just make peace with being tired, then
listen. I went through a concussion for 2 years.
Yeah.
I did not sleep. Did not sleep for like hours. I would wake up in the middle of the night. I would get 2 hours of sleep for like 8 to 6 months, like about 10 months straight.
Yeah.
I was not sleeping.
Yeah.
I would go to the gym off of 3 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
I just did it because I knew, like, what am I going to do? I can't sleep. I need to do something.
Yeah.
So you do make peace with sleep. And I think as you work out, your body will kind of force you to regulate itself with the sleep.
Yeah.
So I say just do it and find your rhythm. You're not going to know if you don't do it. Because if you're going to wait until the business is settled, it ain't, you're going to be waiting forever. I say just do it now.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you're right.
Just do it now.
There's been a noticeable decline. If even watch some of my podcasts, the earlier videos to now, like I'm definitely I'm probably like 155 right now. Like I was like a good 175 when this business started, like full, strong, lean right now.
So maybe chop up your workouts too. Maybe if you don't have time, maybe you could just do a quick hour of like one part. Then if you can find the time during the day, sneak, like, you know, you have a Good Life membership. There's a Good Life close to you.
No, I do sneak out every now and then.
Yeah, so just do that. If you want it, you got to make the time for it. And it sounds like you love it.
Oh, I do love it. And okay, I'm gonna take you up on that. Just watch me transform again, and I'm gonna be
I'm here.
Yeah, it's awesome that Daniella whipped me back into mental shape, because I was that person who gave that advice too, and then now I'm the one stuck in the I don't have energy or time. Last two, I'm like, fuck it, man. What was I doing? And I was like, I don't know. I was just tired and went home and just went tired. But man, you're right. I could have done it. And you know, you raised a good point too. So I'm going to wind this down here. What was I going to say? The tiredness made me extra favor the excuse that I was tired. But when I went home, I couldn't fall asleep anyway away. But I was tired. So I may as well have worked out.
Exactly. That was my mentality. I couldn't sleep, so I might as well work out.
Yeah. Because I remember most of the time I'm just kind of on the couch, like as in, say I got to here at 3 a.m. That 3 to 5 or 3 to 5 period. Or reverse. Sorry, say I fell asleep at 4 and my body woke up at 7 because I wanted to go work out, but I kind of lost the mental battle, and then I was just laying in bed for another hour and a half scrolling. I should have just. There's a gym in my condo. I just went downstairs, and you're right. I should just fire off maybe one body part, and then watch the results again culminate.
You'll feel so much better. You'll feel good about yourself. It will boost your mood, and you'll feel unstoppable.
Yeah.
And when you do that, you just won't take crap from anybody because you're just so proud of yourself.
Yeah.
You know, you love it. I see how you glow with the fitness thing. Yeah. So just do it. Just get it done. Even if you get in there for half an hour, who cares? You did something, right?
Yeah, you're right.
You know?
You're right.
That's my mentality.
No, I agree, and I'm glad you're whipping me back in shape. I feel almost embarrassed, but
no, don't feel embarrassed.
Get ready to watch the transformation again.
We'll transform together. I'm gonna get leaner. You're gonna get bigger. We're gonna.
Fuck yeah. No, it's coming back.
Yeah.
Fuck this. Okay. Fuck yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's do this. Okay, Danielle, loved talking to you. Fuck yeah. No, thanks for coming on pod and fuck, let's do this again in the future. All of her information is going to be in the show notes, and Daniella Joy Fitness, self-love fitness, Instagram. I'm fired up right now. I'm going to go train actually.
Yeah, go.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Bye everyone.
Bye.